What's up, everybody? Welcome to Hammerdown Motorsports. My name is Steve Fast, and I hope you guys are having an amazing day. Here in Pennsylvania, it is a little bit cloudy, but as you can see, the jacket is open. It is rather warm, so I'll take that over rain any day. So now, in case you guys were wondering, we did make a decision on whether to get the new Ram or the new F-150. So we got the new 2019 Ram Laramie Sport, the black edition, and I couldn't be more happy with this truck. I know the front end, like I said on my other video, I was a little bit apprehensive about buying a truck with this front end, but in one color, this looks absolutely amazing. Drop in the comments, what do you guys think? This compared to the chrome kind of grille thing that they have on the Limited, I'm not really a big fan of that, but this truck looks absolutely awesome in all black. So over here we have the 22-inch rims exclusive to the Sport. They look kind of like an SRT wheel. And the tires on them, I mean, they're going to be good enough for now, but probably when these wear out, I'm going to get something like an all-terrain, more of a truck tire. One thing we are missing is the running boards, which we are going to be remedying very, very soon. The reason the dealership didn't order it with running boards is because they only come with a chrome running board, apparently, and they didn't want an all-black truck with a chrome running board. It just kind of looked funny, which I can agree with, but there was a power step option, and if I were them, I would have clicked that box because it's only about $900 to get them from the factory. And if you want to do them yourself, you're looking closer to $2,000 after installation. So if you're wondering why I chose the Ram over the F-150, let's step inside and I'll show you exactly why. Open up the door here, we have all high quality leather, we have suede over here on the door panel, we have nice aluminum touches, we have the floor mats that are all weather, seeing how I already got them all muddy when I took it down to the shop. We have these amazing seats which are super comfortable. We got kind of the gray piping around with the Laramie stitched into the back, and we do have suede in here as well. So very, very high quality. The smell in here, I wish you guys could smell this. It's not like the old F-150 where you wish you couldn't smell it. This is absolutely the best new car smell ever. And not to mention, we do have the 12-inch display, which is absolutely incredible for a vehicle that's under $50,000, because I mean, this truck we did end up getting a sweet deal on. It was much cheaper than the Ford just because of our contact at the Dodge dealership and the amount of incentives that they were able to offer us. We ended up getting this truck for under 50 grand, and the Ford was close to 60 and didn't have nearly the options, so that kind of narrowed it down for us pretty easily. But as you can see, this truck is fairly well loaded. We do have the rotary dial for the shifter, and this center console is absolutely awesome. I mean, look at this. I can move this back. I've got all kinds of room for stuff in here, or if I want the cup holders out, and this little tray, that's all kind of open. We can open this up as well. You've got tons and tons of cargo space in this little center console. I've never seen a center console like this at all. This is class exclusive, and you're not going to find another truck with anything like this. So over here we do have the dual glove boxes. You push this button here, you got a small compartment if you want to keep your registration paperwork or something you don't want mixed up with whatever's in the bottom one, where we have your owner's manual and all that kind of good stuff. Gives you that extra capability to do that. All the buttons and switches are aluminum, and they feel very high quality. There's no plasticky kind of garbage stuff, which you do find in other vehicles. Even the knob here for the shifter is aluminum. Even though a lot of people don't really like the rotary shifter, being that it is a nice high quality aluminum knob, gives you a little bit more of a high quality feel when you're shifting it into gear. So another thing in this truck, there is a couple little nuances here and there. These two dials here, one controls your displays and everything, how bright everything is with your gauges, and the other one actually controls the ambient lighting, which is in the door panels, it's in the dashboard, it's kind of throughout the cabin of the truck, which you can turn up or down if you want a little bit of light in the vehicle when you're driving at night. It's a very, very nice touch. And over here in the back, we do have the huge crew cab interior. Now this thing is absolutely gigantic, and these rear seats actually recline. You grab this under the seat and you can push it back. This was in the recline position already, but now that you can see how much legroom you actually have, and this is in my driving position, and I'm over 6 feet tall, and I usually have the seat back pretty far. So look at the legroom that you actually have in the back of this truck. It's absolutely incredible. So over here you may have noticed we do have some wheel boxes. These are actually for the race trailer, and we do have the race trailer wheels in the back of the truck. And this one over here, I don't know if you can see the big dent in it. I did end up hitting a rock with it and completely destroyed one of the factory wheels for the trailer. So we are going to be taking the tires from the old wheels and putting it on our brand new race lines and make that trailer look absolutely amazing. All right. There's nothing like being in a brand new truck, let me tell you. And we've been driving that other truck for 9 years. And when we first got it, I mean, in 2010, that truck made me feel like $1 million. I mean, that was pretty cutting edge for its time. And now this one, I think they've really done it again. And being that it is truck of the year, I think the people have spoken as well. All right, the first impressions of driving the 2019 Ram 1500 Laramie Sport is I am actually very surprised, and very pleasantly surprised, on how much you get for the money we spent on this truck. Now, if you're looking at the Ford, we were looking at spending somewhere around the $58,000 mark by the time all the taxes and tags and everything was kind of out the door price for that truck. And we weren't really getting a whole lot for incentives, and the people at the dealership didn't know who we are and didn't really have any reason to try to look for better deals for us. So knowing somebody in the dealership is usually a pretty good thing if you want to get a good deal on a vehicle. Now, so this truck here, we were still around the $50,000 mark by the time we had all the taxes, tags, and all that kind of stuff. So there's a big difference between these two trucks in price. And that was a Lariat Sport. This is a Laramie Sport. So they're pretty well the same truck as far as trim level goes, but I think you get a whole lot more with the Ram. So I have a little theory, and it goes kind of like this. Now, if you buy a vehicle for, say, $150, like the F-150 that I bought, I don't have any expectations for that truck. I paid $150 for it. If it starts, I'm impressed, I'm happy. I actually do truly like that truck just because it functions. The four-wheel drive works, the power windows works. The only thing that's really wrong with it is the rusted brake line, which I can fix. And other than that, that truck is very usable. I'm not gonna drive it on the road. It's old, it's rusty, whatever. But to use around the yard, I'm happy with my purchase at $150. I mean, not everybody can find a truck that cheap, but I just so happen to know Westy that had that traded in, and that's a whole nother story. But either way, that's what I paid for that truck, and I am very happy with it because it cost me next to nothing. Now, when you spend a whole lot more on a vehicle, so let's say the Range Rover, which we spent $90,000 on, and when it had minor glitches and errors and there was stuff going wrong with the dealership and the salespeople kind of weren't exactly up to the standards I expected, my happiness level was very low. I very much was not expecting the experience that I got when I bought that Range Rover. And I don't really like to trash on dealerships or anything like that, and that's not what I'm doing here. But there was a lot of things that could have gone a whole lot better, let's say that. But for 90 grand, do I feel like I got a $90,000 car? I don't think that I do. I feel like I probably got the experience of something around $50,000 to $40,000. It is a nice car, but it isn't something that I personally would consider worth that kind of money. But with that being said, I am partial to trucks, I'm partial to muscle cars. A Range Rover is more my wife's thing, and she really, really does love the vehicle. And there is a lot of nice things about it, but I'm not gonna go on and on about Range Rovers. I'm just trying to explain my theory here. And let's plug in the Ram into that theory. So now, we've paid around $50,000 for this truck. Sticker was about $59,000, so we got a smoking deal on it. Very happy with the value. Now I get in this, and I'm driving this after driving the Range Rover, and it pretty much does everything that I feel the Range Rover does. I mean, it's quiet, it's very responsive, it has lots of power, it has lots of tech, it's got a huge screen. I mean, it's just, it really kind of surprised me that all this stuff was in a package that costs about half of what a Range Rover costs. And you have a truck, you have something you can use in any weather, you have something you can haul stuff with, you can tow a trailer. It's just such a more usable vehicle. But I guess that being said, it is something that is more for my taste, and that's probably why I'm gonna like it a little bit more. But for the value that we paid for this truck, I think this thing knocked it out of the park. All right, here we are at the car wash. This one is a little narrow. We're gonna hit the folding mirrors. Bring the truck in here and unload our wheels so we can get them all nicely cleaned up so we don't have muddy tires with our brand new rims. All right, we got our rims nicely cleaned up so our tires aren't disgusting when we put our new rims on. Should be looking like brand new. So the new interior with the noise canceling makes everything really quiet. It's a lot like a Denali in here, honestly. And the exhaust note's just a little bit on the quiet side for me, which I understand factory exhaust is never ever loud, but I might be shopping for an exhaust sometime soon. I guess we're gonna have to see.
See how it's done? All right.
What's going on, Toddy?
What's up, people?
Happening, brother?
How you doing, brother?
Good, good.
You got the Dark Knight out here, huh?
You know it. So, drop in the comments. should we take this beautiful 88 IROCZ home? I'm thinking we should. It's all gonna depend on a few things, but there's a very, very strong maybe that this might be coming to the Hammerdown Motorsports shop to be one of our feature cars. What do you think, Grant?
I think that'd be a good idea. Better schmooze Westy a lot.
Yeah. Well, the owner apparently is interested in selling. Let's see how motivated he is when it's time to pull the trigger, but I'm loving it. I think it should come home with me, definitely. So what do you think? Should I take the IROC home? I got actually a space where I could fit 3 of these, so if you see any more, we should definitely buy a couple of them.
I think everything you do, you should do in triplicate.
Absolutely. I mean, this one's too nice to cut up, so I would leave this one stock.
Yeah.
But if we find a real beater, then I can go get a K5 chassis.
Mud chassis under it, yeah.
Absolutely. That's definitely something that might happen in the future.
That'd be pretty awesome.
Oh yeah. What do you think, Grant? You want to do some tires?
I'll do some tires.
Grant's the master tire guy. He thought it was his day off today.
He's a certified tire technician.
He definitely is.
I don't do tires.
I brought my own tire tech to Westy's.
I know, right?
The only thing I do to tires is destroy them.
Absolutely. Turn them into smoke. And this one has some nice skins on it, so I think we should turn a little bit of this into smoke.
Oh, they're Vulcans.
Yep, Vulcan tires.
Yeah,
They're good for...
tread about them.
Oh yeah. Don't have to worry about skins for a little while.
No.
Once we wear these out, we can get some BFG radial TAs with the white letters out. What do you think?
I have the new switch over here to put in, and I just haven't found time to do it.
Look at that interior. Not even a crack in the seat, and it's showing 25,000 miles on the clock. There's no way that this is 125. I know it has the 5-digit odometer, but the wear on this car definitely is showing that it's about 25,000. So we got the F150 tire to hold air once again. There we go. Last happy pop. So now we can put this on the Truck Central F150 and actually get that thing rolling around again. Look at that. We got the first one done. A little tire shine on this thing, and we're gonna be looking absolutely amazing at the track this year. So the new rims are all mounted and ready to go. I'm just gonna put them back into the truck and we're ready to install them on the trailer. So Westy's fixing the Camaro, so we maybe we'll be taking this one home. I really hope that if it's a good car, we can put this one in the garage.
Chevrolet, of course it's good.
Absolutely. Big thanks to Grant for getting the rims installed.
You're welcome.
So it's time to take the new rims home so I can get them put back in the shop and get them put back on the trailer and get that trailer ready for next season. All right, we got everything loaded up and everything is ready to go for the trailer. I can't wait to get the thing all cleaned up, get the new rims on, and be ready for this next season. It's gonna be absolutely amazing. I hope to get a few interior mods on the trailer done as well, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We do have the new Ram, so we're gonna be doing all kinds of crazy, amazing new things with this truck. I'm gonna start to do a couple mods. There isn't too many videos on mods on these trucks yet, so I'm gonna try to be the first to a couple of those and see what happens. But drop in the comments, what do you guys think of the decision that we made? Instead of getting the F-150, we got the new Ram. Definitely drop in the comments what you guys think about that. Also drop in the comments, what should we do? Should we buy the IROCZ? Should we bring that one home as well? But I think that car would be an awesome addition to the fleet. So if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, and as always, keep that hammer down.